guys, we got this great clip from one of our long content videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Enjoy. This is probably where most of you who are just starting out are going to start, right? Like, so we've been doing this investment real estate stuff for 25 years and we've graduated onto much, much bigger projects. You've seen some of them on the channel. I mean, we're doing a single family house right now that's close to a $500,000 renovation. That's beyond heavy renovation. That's like, we're basically rebuilding a brand new house. I'm renovating those houses at those light, moderate, and heavy rehabs, either for resale or for rent. It doesn't really matter, but I want to talk a little bit about how I would renovate them differently. So if I'm going to renovate a house for sale, there are things that I can do differently than if I'm going to renovate a house for rent. And I'll run through a few little bullets of what those things are. But for instance, if I'm going to renovate a house for rent, I probably don't renovate with granite countertops. I probably don't go as high end with the kitchen as I would with the house that I'm going to sell. Also, in another way that I would renovate a house for rent, I would probably tile from the front door all the way throughout the house, because I want to make my rental properties bulletproof. I want them to be built like a tank, right? I want the tenants to be able to do as little damage as possible, because the tenants are going to screw stuff up. That's just the name of the game. People are going to move into the house. They're going to be renters. They're not going to be owners. They're not going to take as good a care of it as people who would own the house. So I want to make it like it's a tank that's indestructible. If I'm going to sell the house, I might, and I often do, renovate with tile or exotic flooring throughout the living space of the house. And in the bedrooms, I'll use a nice carpet, because carpet is a lot more comfortable in your bedrooms and it's more comfortable to stand on. It can look very pretty, but carpet gets absolutely destroyed by renters. So I really don't like to put carpet inside of houses that I'm going to rent. So we can save some money on flooring when we're putting carpet in there sometimes, and it can look even better, I think, than the tile that we use. But you go with the tile on the rents because it just makes it indestructible. I hope this is making sense, guys. Give me a like on this video if you like what I'm saying, and leave a comment. Tell me, what do you think about this stuff so far, and we'll keep going. So some of the other differences that I would do. So for a rental house, tile throughout. We're going to do standard kitchens. They're not going to be the super fancy stuff. I'm usually never going to put granite in, although sometimes if the kitchen is small enough and the granite is only a few $100s more because it's such a small piece, I will. But generally speaking, I'm using the Formica countertops, and I'm using the Home Depot kitchens, and I'm using a Home Depot tile, and I'm tiling it from the front door to the back door when I am building out for a rental property. I want it to look really nice, and it will look really nice at the end of the renovation, and I want it to last, and I want to be able to replace it fairly inexpensively. So I'm not going to put in the Italian kitchen on something I'm going to rent, and I'm not going to put in the luxurious stone countertops on something that I'm going to rent, because they will get destroyed by the tenants over the years, and it's cheaper for you in the long run to do the Home Depot style kitchen with the Formica countertops twice over the course of the time that you have the house, as opposed to putting in the more luxurious stuff that we would do on other kinds of houses. We're going to put ceiling fans in every room, pretty much in both cases, whether I'm going to sell it or if I'm going to rent it. I have found, I live in warm climates, either in Florida or in Puerto Rico. I hate it when it's hot. You can see I'm kind of sweating in here today, and I've got the AC blowing on me, but these lights make it super hot. So I like to have ceiling fans. People that rent from us like to have ceiling fans. People who buy houses from you will enjoy that you put the ceiling fan in there. It does cost you slightly more. Like, you know, maybe you have to spend an extra 50 or 60 bucks to put the ceiling fan with the light in there as opposed to just putting a dome light, but that's okay. It's worth it. You'll get the value out of it. We're gonna put in a rental property, we're gonna put the standard windows that will pass an FHA inspection or a Section 8 inspection. We're probably doing that for most moderately priced houses as well. So here, also for a rental property, I typically will build my kitchen without having a dishwasher. So if we're going to rent the house, we're generally not going to supply a dishwasher, because that's just one more appliance that then the landlord, you, are responsible for when the tenant breaks the damn thing. So we just build the kitchens for houses that we're going to keep for rent. Most of the time, again, unless they're higher end stuff, we don't have the dishwasher in there. We go back and forth on whether or not we'll have garbage disposals or not. Usually we like to land on having a garbage disposal, but again, that's something that as a landlord, they break it, you fix it. So keep that in mind. I do not supply washers and dryers for tenants. We will build out a spot for a laundry room, but I'm not gonna buy the washer and the dryer. And in fact, I suggest that when your tenants bring them in and then they move out and they say, hey, you can keep the washer and dryer, move those damn things out of there, because once you own it, once the next tenant moves in there and you've got a washer and dryer there for them and it breaks, they break it, you fix it. This is a problem. So this is just stuff that we've learned over years of experience. Supply the washer and dryer space. Let the tenants bring their own appliances. Hey guys, thanks for watching that. Subscribe to our channel, watch this next, and then also check out the pinned content for more great content, guys. God bless.